I may not have, what do they call it, my sea legs yet, but I know that we were very fortunate not to have been hit by pirates again when the Príncipi and Patrena boarded us. It was not by any choice on our part, let me tell you. I was pretty worried there until their peaceful intentions were made clear. We don't have the crew size available to help much if we do get attacked by a pirate ship intending on destroying us. So this Príncipi and Patrena are what goes for the pirates in these waters. Many of them seem to be honorable, or somewhat so, if what we are told about them is true from Captain Ferrante. Many of them, but not all of them, as we experienced once I came back to my body. I suppose we have no choice then but to go to this Neketaka and meet the Queen, and I suppose the Valine Trading Company. Queen Anekaza II is supposedly the most powerful person in all of the Deadfire. First, though, we need to see about attaining more of a crew in Port Mage. I sure hope that this Seraphim, this very colorful Orland, and in our case literally since he is blue, is of much help to us. The gods know that our crew is ill-prepared for this place. Hopefully he will catch word of where this Captain Benwith is, the captain of the pirate ship that hit us just a short time ago. We'll have to pay this captain a visit as soon as we can. We're here to find more crew and any supplies that are necessary.
Sure.
But we also have to sleep in the inn.
Fresh fish!
Good rest. How does one go about hiring more crew?
Will do.
I'm not sure.
Race you
I
to
would
the
take
coral.
payment trade if you do not have coin, friend.
Trade. See what you have. Obviously, you're not gonna. I can't hire on crew through you, but. Okay, so we will need more water. Per day, we go through 5. Medicine seems to be okay. Ammunition is not very high. Repair, couldn't have any more. But drink. How does one buy more drink? This is just food she's pulled in from the sea.
Contest. What? Just because you have webbed fingers and I can't swim? You are a
We have
strange
supplies
man.
here for the paying customer. Provisions for the road, perhaps?
That's an attractive woman.
Have a look.
Okay. Water. Okay, so this would be 10 days. That's not even that much. Could we get more? We have 961 coins. I think we could use more cannon shot as well. We don't have many of those. That did bring up the price significantly. And I don't know if we'd be able to hire on anybody else. Battle Warden Grimoire. This is for mages, right? Minor Ring of Deflection. Huh. That could be helpful, but we don't have the coin for it. Okay, so food. We have about 11 days worth. Is there any way... Let's see. Oops. Let's see about getting... Yeah, that's a little bit much. Let's bring down the cannon shot. How many... Move how many? Well, why don't we get rid of 20? So... Let's see if we can't... Yeah, let's buy 2 more. Make it an even... Is that 50 now? With what we have, that's 50. Okay. Well, as for drink... It's not that much. Well, maybe we can sell a few things. Let's see. So we'll go through what we can sell and what we want to keep. Okay, there was nothing that we could sell.
Swords, shields, find them here.
Show me what we have for sale. Yeah. Same thing. I'm not sure about armor, though, for Seraphim. What is he wearing? I think what we have is better. Just a bit.
Swords!
We'll sell this armor that Seraphim was wearing. So we have a little bit of coin. Not much, though. Well, I don't know where to go and hire people. So many mouths to feed. How do the Valians do it? We get by. Well, I'm not Valian, but I think they mean everyone who's not one of the Juana. Let's go into the Kraken's Eye. Rest for the night since it's free. That's all the better. I think I may be able to hire...
Still kicking, eh?
Ask for people through
What'll it be?
the bartender. I'd like to hire some crew members onto my ship.
There's plenty of people looking for passage out of here. Let's see if any of them catch your interest.
Ah, okay. Daily wages. Well, we can hire people here. Well, I don't really know what we have currently. Let's see. Novice surgeon, that could be helpful. Navigator, could use that. Deckhand seems to be a common trade. Cannoneer, someone who can fire the cannons. Novice helmsman. This is helmsman and navigator. I kind of thought that was the same thing. I guess it just goes to show you I don't really know my stuff. And a cook. This one will cost money up front. The others don't. I don't believe so. Personality, she's a bit rowdy and chatty. She's an elf. Okay, we'll hire her. We could use the cannoneer and a helmsman. Hire. Surgeon. Definitely need that. It's going to require more food per day and water per day. And cannoneer, another no, it's the only cannoneer. Actually, I think we should get everybody. A navigator could also help. We may have trouble with water and food. But I think that's good. That's no more. We don't need any more crew members, but let's spend the night.
Still
here.
kicking, eh? What'll it be?
Like a room, if you please.
Sure thing.
Well, you said it was free. Maybe that was for that time. Let's go see if we still can't go.
A giant? Thomas mad.
Maybe. There are strange things out there.
You cannot think it is really one of the gods.
Oh, it's Aethys, alright. I've communicated with it. Him. I believe it's him. Well, he said we can have the room if we kick them out, but I think that was just for that time. Unfortunately. We have to pay. Maybe we can sell something. Something we don't quite need and make up for it. We do need to rest this inn tonight.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be?
Suit you have.
Have a look.
Okay. Sure if we need this gladiator sword. Oh. Sell one pickaxe, so is it 43 for a night? 43. If we sell this pickaxe, we'll have exactly enough. So we rested for the night. And now we have no coin at all. But I'm sure we will make some on our travels out at sea. But we can't stay out for too long because we only have so many supplies.
The
These dawn stars drive me mad. Every morning, the same hymns.
I wish they'd stayed in Red Ceres.
By sea, we'll leave. This is the whole of the Deadfire to go explore. But it's to the north, maybe slightly to the northeast, is Port Neketaka, or whatever they called it. Here. Neketaka. Fort Deadlight. Wasn't that where the dwarves were? Crookspur Captain. That's the ship that attacked us, isn't it? Why don't we... Deadlight is really close. There's also another one over here. Harbinger's Watch. I think we could try for Fort Deadlight. And then... afterwards go to Neketaka. Oh, there's not much here, and we have no coin. Well, we could go visit it. Yeah, the injured crew is me. It took a slight injury when we went into the Engwithan ruins. Abandoned village. That's worth investigating. Okay. Between failed settlements and discarded Juana villages, the Deadfire Islands are spotted with promising ruins. The colonial outpost before me is as silent as a crypt, though its buildings appear to be in fine repair. I don't see a single living soul among them. In the town square, I find a sign posted beside the remains of charred bodies. It warns of disease. Charred bodies. I don't know, there's a risk of getting sick. I think we'll be careful, but we'll search the location. Take some time to search the abandoned village. 4 hours have passed. And find what food hasn't yet perished. 25 loaves of tarloaf. And tarloaf... Food is food. Keep searching this location. 2 more hours. Find a small trinket hiding among the refuse. Ring of minor deflection. Actually, wasn't this what we saw for sale? Something just like this? Obviously someone in my party can use that. Keep searching. 3 hours have passed. Did I? Some kind of drugs. Keep searching. 3 hours have passed. More food. 17 rice. 4 hours have passed. Nothing of value. Keep searching. And 3 hours have passed. And find what food hasn't been. Okay, palmstone. So... if anything, we've come away with less water than what we had before. Oh. Okay, let's continue heading towards Fort Deadlight? Dreadlight? Deadlight. Seems like somebody is trying to catch up to us. They were. Through the distant haze of sea mist and rocky shadows, Fort Deadlight rises over the horizon. Approaching a pirate stronghold is a risky venture, even for the most skilled of mariners. Any ship not flying a Príncipi flag that's sighted in Deadlight's shallows may be raided. Abaddon's iron scrote, cap. Them guns be even bigger than I remember. Seraphin looks up at the fortress from the deck and inhales through his teeth. I can be vouchsafing you with the guards if you can be getting us to dock without being blasted to bits thrice over. Otherwise, I'd be recommending the sneakiest approach you got. Let's sail away. This is a pirate haven. We want to go to here. Neketaka. What is this place? It's on the way. Let's go and investigate. Maybe we can get some supplies. There's a burial site to the north. We'll go and investigate that. Juana burial site. Come across an ancient site once used for sky burials. On a large stone slab is a scattering of old kith bones and a collection of urns of various sizes. Search. 2 hours pass. Ring of overseeing. Keep searching location. 4 hours pass. Scroll of minor healing. Keep searching location. 3 hours. Scroll of withdrawal. Items put into the stash. 3 more hours. Some gems. Agate. 3 more hours. Strange pendant glowing with a soft internal light. Take the pendant. Dragon pendant. Pick up the pendant and notice it's curiously warm to the touch, as if someone had just been wearing it. Rummage through the whole burial site. There's nothing left but the dead. As we travel northwest, discovered a broad channel separating us from the flat expanse of a sandy islet. A wooden bridge spans the waterway, easily wide enough to accommodate a cart and horse. Crowd throngs the bridge, an eclectic menagerie of clean-coated Valians, Amua, in bright and colorful robes, and even the odd Orlan. Down the hill by the water's edge, a small cluster of Amua have gathered. Walk onto the bridge. The bridge seems relatively new, little worn for something on the coast. The flat slats are utterly without ostentation, the structure crafted solely for functionality. The quiet murmur of conversation rises as we approach, entirely overwhelming the susurrus of the sea. And Orlan, his deep brow fur, a close match to the boards beneath our feet, approaches us and doffs a wide-brimmed hat as he bows. Greetings, stranger. Come to eye the race? Come to eye the race? These people came out here to watch a race? The Orlan grins. Ain't from around here, are you? His Readsaren accent suggests that he isn't either. It's a local tradition, a swim race up the Ossa Channel after a big storm, when the current's at its strongest. Winner gets a... He scratches the back of his head. Some kind of guga or some such. Bragging rights, too. He smiles, rubbing his fingers together as if to indicate coin. But for us foreign, non-swimming types, there's a bit of action in the betting. I don't know if I'm the best swimmer. I have been practicing, though. Let's watch the race. We join the Orlan by the rail and watch as the Amua on the shore disrobe. They crouch on stones along the water as the Master of Ceremonies lifts a hand above her head. When she drops it, they flash into the water like cannonballs. Yeah, I guess, especially against these Juana who swim all their lives. I don't think I would be much of a match. One of the Juana, I noticed, struggles to remain in the pack. No, he's struggling just to stay above water. His desperate gasps carry down the channel. Okay, dive in and help him to shore. The onlookers gasp as I leap from the bridge into the cold, briny wet. I kick out, swimming hard against the current. I wrap an arm around the struggling swimmer, and he has the wherewithal not to struggle against me as I swim him towards land. I pull myself onto the rocky shore and help him up behind me. The lean man outpaces the others, reaching the goal first. The crowd cheers as he strides out of the water, and he bows to them from the hip. The young swimmer squeezes my arm. Many thanks, Ekara. A Juana term of agreement and emphasis. The crowd on the bridge thins and the commotion dies down. Our journey continues. Let's go to this Juana village. Small fishing village looks prosperous enough to welcome trade with outsiders and locals alike. Not that we have anything to trade, but water is cheap, so maybe we can sell something. One of the things that we picked up. What about some of these traps? I don't really plan to use traps. How are we for food? Okay, we have a little bit of gold now. Use it just to get by. Probably, how many is that? We'll buy that food. Add it to the total. And I take it there's nothing else here on the island, but we could go searching. There's nothing at the north end. We've wasted our time, but it's worth a search. Okay, there's nothing that I can see. Back to the ship. What's this? Out in the water. Rune powder we found? Okay, I guess that would come off of some ship. Let's see. Neketaka. Continue back on course.
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind. The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000 bells ringing all at once. You are alone. And then, you are not.
The gods.
An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Berith, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus.
She's the one that sent me back here.
And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Berith settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
He's stomping around the Deadfire, yanking up souls like a giant Adra soul magnet.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Berith dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped ancient crone whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire.
Oh, Magran?
The goddess
Wodika
strides forward.
I thought Magran was of fire. Perhaps that's a different looking one.
Does Aethys frighten you, Berith? He should. Magran subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodika's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face, where his nose once was.
I remember Wodika and Scan well.
He does not speak, but stares up at Wodika, with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wodika steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the Pallid Knight from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
Given her relationship with the moon, I doubt Andra would approve of that plan.
Wodika throws her head back and laughs. The sound is a dry, rasping bark.
Andra could do with a new act. Her current one has grown rather stale.
Where are the other gods?
They see to their own affairs. You will speak to them in time, should you have the need.
The figure beside the aspect of Berith flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Magran's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world.
I agree with that.
I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
Why don't you just go and ask him? What kind of precautions do you suggest?
Mogren looks at you as one might a wayward gob of spit on one's shoe.
It is no business of yours what the gods decide.
Then don't contact me. Find out for yourself.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath.
Helia.
Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
The god I supported.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
What if he intends to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys' return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wedeka suggests, and crush him into the earth.
I never liked Wodica. She was the reason for the wheel being broken to begin with. And Theos. And Scan was her lackey. I don't quite like Mogren's attitude towards me, but I don't consider her bad, more like neutral.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
Ah, and here is the Watcher who wiped dear desperate Alice's mind. You could have let my followers help her kill the man who tormented her. But you did not. Curious.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Attempting to end Aethys may only make things worse.
Your point is well made, little Watcher. If self-evident, Aethys has not been known to possess a vindictive nature. Indeed, he has occasionally been magnanimous to a fault. However, if we push him to the brink of reason, there is no telling what he may do. He is, as ever, unpredictable.
Something akin to fondness creeps into her voice.
Say nothing.
The pallid knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Mogren grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Mogren stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Absorbed his children? I don't understand.
The pallid knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Mogren's direction.
Mogren speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Wodica waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys, other than decisive, final action.
There's no cause to act now.
Your opinion is unasked for, but noted. We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The pallid knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
We'll see about that.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin, alone.